You can't directly ask me about my politics. Talk about the world to me and you'll know about my politics. I mean, I made the film very fearlessly.
Okay.
There's a lot of, it's just very violent. That sex was really violent. And we had shot it in a way which was very, it was almost in shadows. But CBFC being CBFC cut it. Had me cut the entire thing off. Surprisingly, the man who fought most for the film to not get cut was Vivek Agnihotri.
Oh, really?
Yes. That film was made for less than 6 crores.
Okay.
There's some internet, there's rubbish going on in internet in 18 crores and all that. It's a 6 crore film. Spent my own money. I maxed out all my credit cards and borrowed money from a friend in Bombay. The film cost me a few friends. You know, friends from Pakistan.
Yeah.
You know, life is a Bollywood film. After Omerta, I said, you get it, you don't.
Hi Hansal.
Hi.
Thank you for doing this. I firstly wanted to start with remembering Mukul Dev, because I am assuming he's the one who brought the
seed was planted by Mukul.
Yeah.
And it was one of the worst phases of my life. When I had no ideas. I used to go to producers and producers used to complain कि यार वो मिलने तो आता है लेकिन उसके पास कहानियाँ नहीं है. He has no ideas, nothing to offer.
Yeah.
So it was that kind of a phase that I was in. I was like in a complete creative blackout.
Yeah.
And Mukul was my buddy at that time. We used to meet in the gym. So gymming and sitting at a coffee shop, there was a barista where I used to just do nothing. So people started calling it Hansal's barista. It's the Lokhandwala way. So I used to go in at 3:30, sit there and be there all evening. At 7 o'clock go to the gym. Then Mukul and me and one more friend, Amir, 3 of us would come back to barista. Then I would be there until we shut the barista down in the evening and then go back.
Okay.
Have coffee. And then at night we would start drinking. So that was our life. And Mukul always had lots of ideas. So he would tell me, "Acha, ek idea batata hu, idea." So he told me this story of Omar Saeed Sheikh.
Yeah.
And something in me, I said, "Yeah, I've always wanted to do this true story, true events." In India at that time was not doing anything like that.
Yeah.
The closest I could think of was people like Shyam Benegal, who had made Manthan and Bhumika, films based on real people, real events, real people, or a Gandhi.
Yeah.
But nothing so edgy, so dark, that the potential of exploring a dark character.
Yeah.
So I just found the idea interesting, and also it was like a chronicling of the times. We were this was 2004 or 2005 when he gave me the idea.
Okay.
So that chronicling of our times and all, I found that a fascinating, thing. And that was that. I mean, we talked about it. Mukul tried to write something. He wrote something. I read it. It was an interesting thing, but it was not a screenplay. It was a story. Mukul was a great storyteller and a great story writer.
Okay.
And as luck would have it, I one day met Pritish Nandi.
Yeah.
And somebody sent me to him. I was desperately looking for work. So somebody sent me to Mr. Nandi. And again, fantastic guy. So they are the architects, both of them not in the world anymore. Yeah. The architects of Omerta, actually. So Pritish Nandi met me and he said, "You tell me what you have." For once I had one idea. So I said, "This is the story, So let's do it." That was it. He said, "I'm a journalist.
Yeah. Yeah.
And this is the kind of stories I want to make." So he really got me. He says, "Where's the script?" So I lied to him. I said, "I've got the script ready." So I wrote the script in 2 nights.
Wow.
I wrote the first draft of the screenplay in 2 nights. I just sat, churned out something. I told him I'll give it to you in 4 days.
Yeah. Okay.
And their only condition was that time that they wanted somebody known to play the principal character.
Okay.
So Shadi ke Pyar ke side effects had released at that time with Rahul Bose.
Yeah.
So they wanted Rahul Bose to play it.
Oh.
So I wrote it, but it was a very hurried draft. I took it, met Rahul Bose. Rahul Bose started interviewing me, as he always does with people. started interviewing me. He said, "Tell me about your politics and all that." And I was a bit pissed. So I said, "Listen, read the script, and then we'll talk." I didn't want to. I mean, why you can't directly ask me about my politics. Talk about the world to me, and you'll know about my politics. Don't tell me pointedly what are your politics. So we have a laugh about it now, Rahul and me. But that time I was very pissed. But I gave him the script, and 3 days later he said, "Oh, it's not. It's good, but I don't know." He had a very vague answer. So I understood that he didn't want to do it. He was also in that romantic hero phase of his, that he was becoming a leading man. He had that Jhankar beats. And, so he was having a phase. He was like he was also doing all those small indie, but the midstream films where he was. So this pre Vinay Pathak and Ranveer Shori. So he was he was the hero of all those movies. So this did not fit into his agenda. I think the way I see it. And I mean, he was the first one to watch the film at Mami when it premiered there, and he wrote a long tweet about it, and he remembered very vaguely, pretended to remember very vaguely. "Oh, did you offer it to me?" I said, "Yes, I did."
As we were talking earlier, I think so it's one of your most intriguing works because you have always taken on complex subjects and all of that. But this is a character which is, of course, so unlikable and also very hard to humanize in that sense. And traditionally in our cinema, where we suck the emotion out of everything, especially our protagonist, were you a bit worried that audience will be on board with this character when he's so grey? And
I mean, I made the film very fearlessly. Because I had written, so over the years, I made the film in 2016, ultimately. 11 years later.
11 years,
by then Mukul had also gone off to Delhi. So even I told Mukul I'm making the film. So Mukul said, bana de yaar, bana de, maza aayega. That's all he told me. But he was also not sure, I don't know what. But by then, because Shahid and all had happened, there was a little bit of faith. So I found an independent producer who ultimately turned out to be a nightmare for me. But I made the film very fearlessly. I made what I wanted to. And I was very clear. I wanted to strip it from all its, all the trappings of the way we usually tell stories. I wanted it to be a stripped down character. Okay, he is as naked as the scene. There's a naked scene of him. He's making out with a prostitute, which has been, of course, clipped by our wonderful CBFC. So just before he goes into the kidnapping, there's an entire scene where he's, that nervous energy that he has, he expends it all on making out with the prostitute. And she's lying down like a dead body. She's just letting him, and it's violent. So violent that he's not able to come. He's humping her, and he gets tired. And he continues, he still gets tired, but nothing happens. And the next day, so there's very violent. That sex was really violent, and we had shot it in a way which was it was almost in shadows. But CBFC being CBFC had me cut the entire thing off. So it's not there, because that tells you little more about the person, about the person who is carrying out this operation. He otherwise looks like somebody really in control of himself. But you have those carnal, instincts within you, and you want to remove them somewhere. So there were those things which went away. There was also, a scene which I knew was going to happen, where the Indian national anthem is going on in the jail. When he's in the jail, the entire jail it's Independence Day. The national anthem is on. They've hoisted the flag, and this guy has taken off his pants and he's peeing in his cell. He's not gone out for it. He's peeing in the cell. So you see his butt and you see him peeing. So they said, you can't do that over the national anthem. I said, no. You should be happy because this makes you angry. There's a Pakistani man. If you have an agenda, then he's fulfilling your agenda also. No, he's a Pakistani man. His angst against the Indian state. He's doing this. They refused. It had to go to the revising committee where, surprisingly, the man who fought most for the film to not get cut was Vivek Agnihotri.
Oh, really?
Yes. He was part of CBFC at that time, and I was in the US. I was shooting for Simran when this screening happened, and so Jay, my son, went for the screening, and he said, Vivek Agnihotri is there, all these guys are there, and he said, Vivek Agnihotri fought with the other members. He was in the revising committee, and he ensured that there were only 2 cuts. So I even thanked him. I said, yeah, thanks for. Otherwise, they had asked for multiple cuts in the film.
Yeah.
The violence on Daniel Pearl.
Yeah.
So the film was a lot about this inner violence.
Yeah.
And we discovered that as we were shooting. So my script was essentially a chronology of events. There were events, and there was a person who was part of those events.
Yeah.
And in that, Raj and me, we had worked up since Shahid. We had worked out a way in which we used to explore scenes and characters as we approached them.
Yeah.
Not overdoing it.
Yeah.
Not over preparing for the characters. He would do his own prep. He would do his own physical and mental prep for the character, and I would tell him that let's discover it.
Yeah.
So it was all discovery.
Yeah.
Even locations we found as we were shooting.
Okay.
None of the locations were previously, like whatever we recceed, we never got any of those locations.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah, that's what I also, when I was watching it last night, and it was I don't know what, I've seen it a couple of times. But last night I discovered that you are in a process of exploring it with every scene, and I realized, and this someday I want to write about also, is a character who's intoxicated by power. And it's in that sense a portrait of a very megalomaniac sort of a
Absolutely.
person.
You got it.
Who is in pursuit of, and that's when the Daniel Pearl thing makes a lot of sense, because his ego is bruised, because that person is not intimidated by him, unlike the Delhi hostages and all of that.
He thought he would scare them, that he'll repeat the same success.
Yeah.
That guy says, I don't care.
Yeah.
And he says, who are you? He says, I am the savior. So there the megalomania has reached that stage where he says, I am the savior.
Yeah. Yeah.
So that scene we wrote that scene while we were shooting.
Yeah.
That scene was done there.
Yeah. Yeah.
So all the Daniel Pearl and Omar scenes were done there. Both the actors basically improvised.
Okay.
So while we were shooting, I was almost discovering those scenes.
Yeah. Yeah. And I don't know what was the initial opening like, but the current opening also makes sense with this sort of reading, because he's in the pub and he's like...
So that was... So we had... when I first wrote the script, there was an entire section which was devoted to his early life.
Okay.
Where we talk about discrimination, we talk about racism. So there was this bit, about his days at LSE.
Okay.
Now what happened is we went to London to shoot, and the guy who was supposed to fund the film just suddenly in London sends an email 2 days later saying, I won't give you money. We went there without receiving money from the... So this is the battle of somebody who makes films independently. That the guy just backed off and said, I don't want to fund, and started making all kinds of wild allegations. That film was made for less than 6 crores.
Okay.
So there's there's rubbish going on in the internet in 18 crores and all that. It's a 6 crore film. And including P&A, it must be around 7 or 8 crores, nothing more than that.
Okay.
It recovered its cost number of times over because of the amount of times it's been sold to different streaming platforms and satellite TV.
Yeah.
So the guy just backed off.
Yeah.
So we had gone for a 10-day shoot where we were going to shoot all the LSE portions. We had there was a camp that he goes to in Bosnia, where he does not, so his anger about Bosnia, we had explored that he goes there but does not really attend the camp because he's too timid.
Okay.
He's too shy of actually interacting with the other men there, which connects to his days at the terrorist camp where he's isolated from the other guys. So we had made those connections. That section was there. When I went there, we looked at the script. I realized there was no money, so I had to spend my own money. I maxed out all my credit cards and borrowed money from a friend in Bombay. So he transferred the money to me overnight. But transferred very little. He gave me 50 lakhs. So I had to shoot in London in 50 lakhs. I finished what was initially 10 days. I finished in 2.5 days. So I reimagined the script, and I also told myself that by doing this, by showing all that discrimination, racism, I am actually creating sympathy for this character. You know, I want an understanding of, I want people to probe evil, but not feel so much sympathy for him. That, you know, maybe this is, you know, divine intervention. That there's no money. And I can't shoot all these portions. The money for these locations, I don't have any of that. So we sort of reimagined the script. We sort of recalibrated and the London portion. So the father and son relationship is what I explored in London. His relationship with his father. I said, you know, let whatever is happening to him, let that be reflected through the father. So the father became that voice.
Voice of reason.
The voice of reason. So we added that father's element, and I mean, we had that wonderful Keval Arora playing the father, who told me in London that I can't speak Hindi. So I was trying to write some of the scenes in Hindi. He said, "Mujhe Hindi nahi aati hai bhaiya, main Hindi mein don't give me dialogues. Don't give me lengthy dialogues in Hindi." So we rewrote those scenes in English.
And that's what the second element that I really like in the film is the father-son dynamic, and the fact that how his father is of course the voice of reason, and because he's not getting that validation from him, he's looking it somewhere in the outer world.
With the ISI, with all those officers, you know, he's all constantly looking for validation from those people.
And that's a wonderful scene when he's showing off his status after the marriage to
his father.
And he rebukes him.
He says, I hope so. You know? So that was this is all instinctive. It's all happened there. You know, we knew that this moment will happen, but it just happened there. That marriage, we shot in some farmhouse in Chhatarpur. You know, and we had very little money, so we just put up whatever we could, try to, and you know, the guys were singing Qawwali there. I said, what do I do? So the Qawwals were from Nizamuddin Aulia. So they I had seen them performing I was given some Karamveer Award, Karamveer Puruskar some years back in Delhi. So I had seen these guys perform and they had given me their number. So I reached Delhi and I called them. And I said, yaar, aap aa sakte ho kya? So they came and they played 2 songs to me. I said, ye dono baja dena aap udhar. And I had a friend who, you know, catered Mughlai food. So I called everybody in that party were people I knew in Delhi. And friends of friends and all that, they all came. I said, sab suit woot pen ke aana. Delhi, good thing is everybody has good jackets and suits and all. And you know, culturally it almost feels similar to a Lahore. You know, so it felt like it's some farmhouse in Lahore. You know, so we had to recreate a lot of Pakistan and all that. So between Punjab and Delhi, we recreated a lot of that with very little resources. You know, and we had to also, it was period, so 92. So there are no, you know, 92, there were no dish antennas also. You know, it was all terrestrial TV. So we had to clean up Chandni Chowk like crazy. Like the entire scene in Chandni Chowk where he runs away, his escape, was done in exactly, we had planned it to the T, but we shot it in some 10 minutes. 10 minutes, the cops, the people playing the cops were waiting downstairs. The moment he jumped, he tries to run, and I said, do whatever happens at that time. So they took him, they dragged him outside on Chandni Chowk and put him. People actually thought, all the shopkeepers thought that we had arrested, and the cops had arrested a terrorist. So everybody was, the only thing we had a huge nightmare was removing people's mobile phones. People had mobile phones, they were taking pictures. We had to actually remove mobile phones and, you know, cut people's hands, put their hands down, all in VFX. So that film had like the most seamless VFX possible. We removed new buildings, put old buildings there. You know,
there's a lot of guerrilla filmmaking.
But in the guerrilla filmmaking, there's a lot of technology. I mean, it's all, everything is replaced to be period correct. But I mean, we went to a madrasa outside Malerkotla in
Okay.
Punjab.
Yeah.
And we wanted to show a madrasa where all these kids were being indoctrinated, where he's been placed with other boys to go to a camp in Afghanistan.
Yeah.
So they wouldn't allow us
Yeah.
in the madrasa. So we actually had to speak to the Maulana Sahib, and we one of our guys went with him and said, engaged him, kept giving him cigarettes. And so while the Maulana was smoking, we finished shooting.
Okay.
We finished shooting because we used the kids there.
Yeah. Yeah.
And he said, "Ki kya shoot kar rahe ho?" I said, "Documentary hai." So I had to do that. I mean, these are things that you have to do. Like, we shot in a mosque in London.
Okay. Yeah.
Him praying.
Yeah.
There's so one of the mosques in London. So those mosques, Clifton Mosque, which very strict, and it was the first day of Ramzan
Okay. Okay.
when we shot that. So Rajkummar joined everyone. So in Shahid only he had been trained.
Okay.
He had gone through a full Islamic training during Shahid.
Yeah.
So he was very well versed
Yeah.
with the entire ayat, dua, everything properly trained. So he prayed. We did behind Chandni Chowk is a very big masjid. So there it was Jumme ki namaz.
Yeah.
Where Rajkummar, we just sent Rajkummar in and we hid with the cameras. We spoke to the imam there
Yeah.
and told him कि हम shoot करेंगे. He said कि किसी का चेहरा नहीं दिखना चाहिए.
Yeah.
So we just hid the cameras, but we followed Rajkummar around.
Yeah. Is that the scene where he's performing wuzu and he goes?
Wazu, he does he
Yeah.
performs. So Wazu is done 2-3 times.
Okay.
And Rajkummar seamlessly blended with everyone, did the Wazu. So the guy next to him is, I had a guy called Arif working with us. So Arif wanted to pray. So I told Arif कि तू साथ में रहना. Make sure that, because we are away with the camera and we are only 2 of us, Anuj, my DOP, and me. Nobody else is there in the mosque.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay, we will catch him doing whatever, but you, so Arif is our, कि you signal कि मैं इधर हूँ and all that. So वो चल रहा है, तो guerrilla signals are going on and we are shooting.
Yeah.
So it's a massive namaz. People said, ये कैसे किया है? I said, कुछ नहीं, मतलब we hired 2,000 junior artists. None of that, it's all.
Yeah. Yeah.
So that was the joy of that film. Also, it was a technical. I spoke to Anuj, who shot the film,
Yeah.
just last night.
Okay.
Yeah. So I told him we are, we are doing this because we are very fond of the film, both of us, particularly for what we achieved within the resources. We achieved something very cinematic.
Yeah. True.
And there was a lot of thought. So we said, how do we differentiate period and location?
Yeah.
So each location, like Pakistan, was shot using Kowa lenses, very old lenses that they were projection lenses that were shot. The films in the 80s and the early 90s were shot using Kowa lenses.
Okay. Okay.
And then people discontinued them. So somebody had old Kowa lenses whose coatings had gone. So it got a lot of flare and glare. But it has a very film-like quality to it, and has a very, the glare is like very unlike the digital cameras.
Yeah.
So digital lenses.
Yeah.
Other lenses made for digital are too refined. So we used the Kowa to shoot Pakistan. The terrorist camp in the snow, we used Panavision lenses, but old Panavision lenses.
Okay.
So each of them had a different optical quality, depth of field. So the for whoever sees it, you don't realize it's a very subliminal experience where you differentiate based on the optical quality of the visuals. So in London, we had the Cook S5s, little more sophisticated lens system.
Yeah.
Cook S5s in London, you had the Kowas in Pakistan, you had the Panavisions in the terrorist camp. In Mumbai, we used ultra primes, Zeiss ultra primes. So we had some 5 different sets of lenses that we mounted, and the entire Delhi portion was shot using, again, very old Russian lenses.
Okay. Yeah.
You know, so all of them had very distinct visual appeal, but you don't see it. I mean, the moment all these things that you do, the VFX,
Yeah.
that is there all over. I mean, we have removed all the new cars, because the cars there were all new. We were shooting Guerrilla, we were shooting at Connaught Place,
Yeah. Yeah.
we were shooting at Paharganj, all new cars.
Yeah.
We've replaced all the new cars with old cars.
Okay.
With Premier Padminis, with Ambassadors, with Maruti 800s.
Yeah.
So the cars have been replaced.
Yeah.
In short,
Yeah.
people's clothes, their mobile phones, they're all gone.
Yeah.
So we've minutely looked at each frame, removed all that.
Yeah.
Now, that is VFX which you will not see. It's invisible VFX. So it will never get awards. You'll see VFX in Kantara.
Yeah.
You know, you'll see it in Bahubali, because it's VFX in your face. Unfortunately, nobody understands the effort that goes into this kind of VFX, even cinematography.
Yeah.
You will award a Bajirao Mastani, because it's there for you to see. It's beautiful. It's there for you to see, but you know, beauty is beyond that. It's how you create a narrative and a
Atmosphere,
world,
yeah.
and you create an atmosphere without it being in your face.
Yeah. Yeah. It's not just not pretty frames and all.
No, it's also not in your face. It's not. I'm not shouting out from the rooftops that, look, I've used these lenses. No, look, I've done this VFX. None of it. It's there all in service of telling a story, of building the character, of taking the character through different times, time zones. You know, and it, because it's also cutting back and forth, which again is a separate story. It's a
That's what actually one of my questions about the non-linear narrative, and I don't know why it always reminds me of Black Friday. I just don't know why. Subconsciously, I just keep thinking about whenever I watch Omerta.
Well, Black Friday is quite a landmark film.
Yeah.
But no, I mean, it was not influenced by anything.
Yeah.
If it was influenced by something, one of the films that really hit me early on was Road to Guantanamo by Michael Winterbottom.
Oh, I've not seen it.
Yeah, so it was Riz Ahmed's, I think it was his first film.
Okay. Okay.
And when I first saw it, I thought it was a documentary.
Okay.
It was very well shot, it was very interesting, but it did not feel like it was a film.
Yeah.
And that film had always that, then you know, all of Ken Loach's films.
Yeah.
They always inspired us. How do they shoot all this? It doesn't feel like people are acting.
Yeah.
It doesn't feel like, you know, it feels like real people.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I don't think I've gone that far in my filmmaking yet. But the attempt was to find that kind of realism and yet make you feel that yes, you're watching a narrative feature.
Yeah.
You know, so I try to achieve that. That's something in between.
Yeah.
You
Like
know, that-
almost hybrid sort of.
Yeah, hybrid of a docudrama with a narrative feature. So little heightened drama, some music.
Yeah.
You know, so Shahid also.
Yeah.
The attempt in Shahid also was to achieve that you have the same tropes of a Bollywood film, but you do it in a way that you feel like, oh, this is happening in front of me.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, life is a Bollywood film.
Yeah, that's a wonderful quote. I need it on one of my t-shirts.
It is.
Yeah. I'm glad you mentioned about Shahid, because Shahid also has Omar Saeed Sheikh in.
So I would see Shahid got made because Omerta was not getting made.
Okay.
And the reason the film was called Omerta was when Pritish Nandi asked me to make it, and then Pritish disappeared.
Yeah.
He made me write the script. He promised me that he'll make it, but he had his own compulsions as a producer. You know, there were challenges to his cash flows and all that, so he could not make the film. But because of him, I wrote the film, and he told me that don't tell anyone it's about Omar. So the journalist, the investigative journalist that he was, so give it some other name. So I said, I'll call it Omerta, you know, code of silence. So it's only you and me know. So it started out just as a code of silence between him and me.
Very meta.
You know, very meta, and the title stuck. You know, I was going to call it Omar actually.
Okay. Yeah.
Like Shahid, then Omar. You know, so it was like Shahid, Omar, Faraz. They were the three,
Yeah.
you know, my Muslim
Muslim
protagonists,
trilogy.
the Muslim trilogy.
Yeah.
That was supposed to be my, but then Omerta stuck to it, we stuck to Omerta.
Okay.
For some reason, I don't know why.
Yeah.
So, you know, I remember the Hollywood Reporter and all saying, oh, that title doesn't really connect that well. I said, well, you won't get the meta connection. It's very, it's very internal, very personal.
Yeah. Yeah. So Rajkummar already knew when you guys were doing Shahid that he'll be doing Omerta.
No. So I had just told him about it. I had given up on that idea because it was not getting made. So Shahid happened, and then I made Shahid. And then after Shahid, Aligarh
Very
happened,
good, yeah.
City Lights happened.
Yeah.
So when after Aligarh happened, I realized that yes, there were people who wanted to give some money to make movies at the same Aligarh kind of budget.
Yeah.
I said I can make this in that budget.
Yeah.
On paper, it was budgeted for much more. So I said I can make it. You know, I'll do it in that whole guerrilla style and make it like in Anuj. I had found an ally who understood that.
Yeah.
You know, ever since Anuj has done some, so Sonchiriya, which you spoke to Abhishek about, was shot by Anuj.
Yeah.
So he shot Sonchiriya. So in fact, when Anuj was pitching himself to Chaube, one of the films he showed him was Omerta.
Okay.
He showed Omerta to a lot of filmmakers at Prime Focus.
Okay.
Because the film was not getting released, but Anuj wanted everyone to see what he did in that film. The other work that scene was Aligarh. That scene was Shahid before that.
Yeah.
So he done Shahid, he had done Charles and I.
Okay.
Charles or May.
Yeah, May or Charles.
May or Charles.
Randeep Hooda.
Randeep Hooda.
Yeah.
That was shot by him.
Yeah.
And he had done Omerta.
Yeah.
So he was trying to show all the three films, ki look, I have a variety.
Yeah.
You know, Charles or May is little more
Stylish,
stylized, very stylish. The Omerta is gritty, but it's cinematic.
Yeah.
Shahid is totally documentary-like.
Yeah. Yeah.
Then DSLR,
Yeah.
complete DSLR energy.
Yeah. Yeah.
So in Anuj I found somebody with whom we could do the impossible.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, and so he made me. I mean, he made it possible for me to dream.
Wow. Yeah. So Rajkummar didn't know about.
So Rajkummar did not know. I still, for a long time, kept pursuing Riz Ahmed.
Oh.
Because I had seen, you know, this thing.
Yeah.
I had seen Road to Guantanamo.
Yeah.
And since then, I had told Pritish Nandi also, I said, yeah, there's this guy called Riz Ahmed. I think he is the right guy.
Yeah.
Then it reached a point where Riz Ahmed was doing only these parts.
Okay. Yeah.
You know, whether the Reluctant Fundamentalist, all that, you know. So Reluctant Fundamentalist came out at the same time as Shahid.
Yeah.
So both of us premiered at the same time at TIFF.
Okay.
You know, Shahid and Reluctant Fundamentalist. So I met Riz there at the premiere of Reluctant Fundamentalist. Very briefly, Vasan introduced me to him.
Yeah.
Vasan had worked on a film called Trishna.
Okay. Okay.
With Michael Winterbottom had made in India.
Okay.
With Riz Ahmed and Frida Pinto.
Oh, I didn't know.
Yeah, it's a sort of love story, exotic India love story, part, you know, almost erotic, erotica.
Yeah.
Very unlike Michael Winterbottom.
Okay.
It had a song by A.R. Rahman. You know, it was an interesting film. So Vasan was an assistant on that in India.
Yeah.
So Vasan introduced me to Riz.
Yeah.
But I realized by then that Riz was over this. Everywhere he is being paid to play a Muslim fundamentalist. So that did not happen. I started pursuing. I sent the script to Dev Patel.
Yeah.
I wanted a British Asian to play that part.
Yeah.
Ideally.
Yeah.
Dev Patel, I got no response
Okay.
for the film. And I got no response from producers here. They said, Dev Patel, we don't know. So Rasul Pokuti had done Woodstock Villa with me. And he had done Slumdog Millionaire for which he got the Oscars.
Yeah.
So he was doing Slumdog while he was working on my masterpiece Woodstock Villa. So he told me that. So I had narrated the idea to Rasul.
Okay.
And Rasul had said, "Oh, I'll do it. I will produce it also." And you know, this guy Dev Patel is very good. Nobody had heard of Dev that time. So I sent the script to Dev.
Yeah.
No, I got no response from Dev.
Okay.
I sent it through Rasul.
Okay.
Then I also sent the script over to Calpen.
Okay.
Through an agent in the US.
Yeah.
So none of them. I was ideally looking for
Yeah.
an international actor to play this part.
Yeah.
But one, I was not getting money
Yeah.
with an international actor.
Hmm.
Two, none of them responded.
Yeah.
So after Aligarh, I just told Raj, said कि अभी क्या करें, what to do next. And Aligarh, there was, Manoj's film.
Yeah.
Raj was very gracious to do the film with me.
Okay.
So I told Raj, I said, payback, we should do one more film now with you as the protagonist, and we want to do this. So he read it. He said, sir, karte hain. This is like very challenging.
Yeah.
So that's how, then I realized, and I was getting money to make a film with Raj.
Yeah.
So it was a marriage made in heaven. We made the film, and Raj gave it everything. Although people spoke about his accent at many places,
Yeah.
but I felt, if you have lived enough there,
Yeah.
you realize that people are awkward with their accents forever.
Yeah.
Especially people who are outsiders.
Yeah.
So it was, that accent also was a comment on the othering of
Yeah.
a
community,
of a community.
Yeah.
So without really saying, my accent is like this,
Yeah.
because the problem
Yeah.
is we are so used, so some of the American reviewers spoke about the accent in a very positive way, that they caught it.
Yeah.
They found that, he's like a chameleon.
Yeah. Yeah.
Trying to alter his accent every time.
Yeah. Because he's traveling so much.
Yeah, so
that's why the
and
irregularity.
Also he adapts it to his social environment.
Yeah.
So they caught it. But Indians who know everything about British accents had beautiful things to say about Raj's accent. They just planted this stupid notion that his accent was wrong. I mean, the people who did that know nothing about accents and about people trying desperately to fit into communities there. And particularly Muslims, they struggle to fit in. Immigrants struggle to fit in, their accents. I live with immigrants. So I know.
Yeah, it always felt like a choice that you have deliberately went, and
No,
there's a reason.
I heard it. I heard his accent. I said, yeah, this is a choice we are taking.
Yeah.
It's a choice, it's a direction. It was an edgy direction. It was a slippery slope. But, what's filmmaking if you don't take those chances, You've anyway taken a chance with the film.
Yeah.
Let's take those chances, push Raj. Raj went to went to UK, joined a school,
Okay.
an acting school, to just work on accent. He worked on passages. He spent weeks in London, just trying to fit in, trying to, imbibe. He was growing, while he was growing his beard, he spent, and he went all alone.
Okay.
He wanted to be alone.
Yeah.
So I did not go, nobody went with him.
Yeah. And Raj has also spoken about how emotionally taxing it was, which I also wanted to ask you, because you were also a co-collaborator in that sense, and you have lived with this character for so long. Do you also feel the same way when you are exploring somebody as dark as that?
No, I don't. But I was experiencing it because of the way Raj had become.
Okay.
During the film. He had become very aggressive.
Yeah.
And the aggression was not external.
Internal.
You'd certainly feel that aggression. So in simple things. So in Punjab, we were supposed to shoot in a jail.
Yeah.
In Patiala, we were given permissions to shoot in a jail.
Yeah.
But we never got that.
Yeah.
Ultimately, the jail never came through. So we were camped in Patiala for nearly a week.
Okay.
We were staying at a hotel called Mohan Continental.
Okay.
So it was a very modest hotel in the main Patiala, off NIS Patiala.
Okay.
So we were all there, and the only good thing was there was a mithai shop close by, and I have a weakness for rasgullas. So I used to eat some 20-30 rasgullas after drinking whiskey, copious amounts of whiskey at night. So what we did is, the art department was all free. So we told them there was a big lawn in that hotel. We said, go there. Patiala is a home of sports. So pick up equipment, nets and all that, and make a proper badminton court for us.
Okay.
So we ended up playing a lot of badminton.
Yeah.
Because we had free time. All day long we were playing badminton. Raj would just play. That was his exercise.
Yeah.
But every time I would play with Raj, he used to aim for my body. So Anuj used to be my
Savior.
doubles partner.
Yeah.
So Anuj would say, कि sir, ये बहुत aggressive खेल रहा है. And every time, like if I was going towards the net, Raj would aim for my body.
Yeah.
So I said, yeah, this is not the Raj I know.
Yeah.
And in fact, in Delhi, when we were shooting, Patralekha wanted to join Raj for a few days. So she came over. I said, we'll go out. It was the thing. We would all go out for dinner together and all. So Patra came, and in a day she left. I said, what happened? She said, no, she doesn't want to stay with me. I called Patra. I said, what happened? She said, I don't recognize this guy. I don't want to be with him.
Okay.
Right now. Let him, uska character usko karne do. I don't want to be with him. It become horrible.
Yeah.
So there was something that he was doing to himself for the character,
Yeah.
which, I mean, I feel the kind of, the amount he gave himself to the character,
Yeah.
that itself deserved the largest audience possible.
Yeah. Yeah. When was the last time you watched the film? And
Because you told me, I saw it again, because
Oh.
I had, not that I forgot the film, but the bits and pieces that I wanted to refresh. So I just saw it. And
Oh.
I mean, that's where, the editing, I saw it and I looked at the edit. Anuj and I spoke about it. So
Yeah.
Aditya Warrior
Yeah.
is the guy who edited the film. Unfortunately, no more.
Yeah.
He passed away,
Yeah.
after the film release, actually.
Okay.
And I mean, it was the first film that he edited.
Okay.
So he never did any. He still runs a company called Warrior Touch, and they cut all my promos, all my trailers,
Okay.
even a lot of Motwani's films, Anurag's films, Nishanchi, all that. So all the trailers are cut by Warrior Touch. So they are. Aditya Warrior is a brilliant, trailer. Like he used to make great trailers and promos. So he used to cut my trailers and promos.
Okay.
So he had done trailers for Aligarh.
Hmm.
And I got to know him. He had come to me. I said, will you edit? I loved his trailers. And so I asked him to edit. I had asked him to make a small screener of Omerta so I could raise some money for the film.
Okay.
So he made a 3.5 minute screener
Okay.
from the rushes.
Yeah.
I did not have an editor that time.
Okay.
And I had a fallout with my close collaborator Apurva
Yeah.
around that time.
Okay.
So we were not working together.
Yeah.
So I met Aditya. I asked him, will you edit the film? He said, yeah, I'll try. And what he did with the film was wild.
Yeah.
He went completely wild. So it has the touch of a trailer
Yeah.
cutter. It has that
Yeah.
swift
Yeah.
cutting.
Yeah.
But I told Anuj yesterday, I said, Anuj, he has not missed a single, even the edgy takes he has used. He used everything.
Yeah.
But he created a pattern.
Yeah.
So the film was otherwise very linear. It started with a guy in London
Yeah.
going to Delhi.
Yeah.
From Delhi,
Yeah.
he's angry in London, goes to Delhi.
Yeah.
Delhi gets arrested.
Tihar.
Goes to the camp.
Yeah.
And so it's very linear. And then ultimately leading to the Daniel Pearl
Yeah.
killing.
Yeah.
That linear storytelling, while we were shooting only, I felt that it's not going to be edgy enough.
Yeah.
But this guy just connected him psychologically.
Yeah. Yeah.
From a internal mental space, he connected scenes.
Yeah.
The Warrior did that. I mean, he did that. It was genius.
Yeah.
It was a brilliant editing. Again, you don't see that.
Yeah.
Editing is such an underrated art.
Yeah.
Editing, I mean, unfortunately, it's on whatever, Amazon Prime or something.
Yeah.
People didn't see the sound design. The film's sound design is outstanding.
Yeah.
It's a eerie world. So Mandar, he's my close collaborator. So he even regards it as his best work.
Wow.
Just in terms of sound, because we've created a world and it's all location sound. We've
Yeah.
not dubbed.
Ambient. Yeah.
It's all ambient. We've
Yeah.
shot at impossible location and used the sound
Of there.
that we got there.
Yeah.
So it's all very ambient, yet it's a world. And there's a guy called Ishan Chabra
Yeah.
who did the score. The score is also very
Yeah.
edgy. It's very dark,
Yeah. Yeah.
very edgy kind of score.
Yeah.
He picked up some ISIS theme
Okay.
from somewhere and then remastered it and
Okay.
tweaked it and created something. At the terrorist camp.
Yeah.
It's rousing.
Yeah.
So a lot of those things that we achieved, editing, sound, music wise,
Yeah.
they all, I mean, they're still there if people actually take the time to see it. So Anubhav, in fact, watched the film
For IC814.
No, not for IC814. He watched it around the time I was going to do Faraz for him.
Okay. Yeah.
So before Scam released, I told him, yaar, so he used to always tell me, yaar, kya kar raha hai tu, what work, I had done Chhalang. So Anubhav used to say, where's the, you inspired me after Shahid to make Mulk and all that.
Yeah.
And kya kar raha hai tu? I said, you dekh na yaar, matlab Omerta, that film didn't work, matlab it broke me into pieces.
Yeah.
The film not working, people not getting the film. It really broke me.
Yeah.
As a filmmaker, I started questioning myself.
Okay.
Not only me, I think it also, Rajkummar also began to question himself.
Okay.
Are these the choices I'm making? Are these the right choices? We never made a choice like that again.
Yeah.
None of us.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I can't speak for Raj, but I think each of us, in their own way, questioned our choices.
Yeah.
And that's the unfortunate part, that you take a path that is less traveled, and you don't really resonate at that time with people, and you start questioning your choices.
Yeah.
It happened with Dil Pe Mat Le Yaar 25 years ago. A similar thing.
Yeah.
That you take that path and then you feel that nobody got it, so maybe I should not do that. So our film together after that was relatively safe. We did Chhalang.
Yeah.
Riding on Raj's success with comedies, and me trying to show that I can make a commercial film.
Yeah.
That I can make a film that can make money.
Yeah.
So both of us tried to go that safe route, and that was the last film we did together.
Yeah. No, I really want you guys to
Yeah, no,
collaborate again.
we are looking for something that both of us get excited by.
Yeah.
It's not that we talk often,
Yeah.
and we are doing so many different things.
Yeah.
But we talk about it. But yeah, I mean that spirit that we had that time, I mean somewhere we lost that spirit.
Yeah. One of the questions that I had, although I have my own take on it, but like for instance, I remember back in the day when the film released, and I was in my school, and a lot of conversation around the film was also like people a bit skeptical because after now I watch it, I realize that it's almost like an antithesis to Shahid and all of that. But a lot of people felt that in a world which is already so Islamophobic and all of that, and when you decide to make a film on a Muslim terrorist, then you might reinforce stereotypes and all of that. So what's your take?
Well, it was a character study.
Yeah.
And I lived with it for many years. I wanted to make that. I don't see the world as Hindu-phobic or Islamophobic.
Okay.
I'm a filmmaker. I see the world as stories.
Yeah.
I view people as characters.
Yeah.
And I'm interested in exploring them.
Yeah.
I'm interested in questions of identity. And identity is not only religious identity, it's about
any sort, right?
personal identity,
Yeah.
your own need for validation, your own need for respect, your own need for self-respect. So I like to explore that, and so this character gave me, and also he somehow chronicled a period in our times where all the major events, he was there.
Yeah.
He was somewhere part of it. He somewhere wired money to allegedly to Mohammed Atta for 9/11.
Yeah.
Somewhere, I mean, Daniel Pearl's killing, he was there.
Yeah.
So all those events, you had somebody who was somewhere that common thread. For me, I found that exploration fascinating, and I think it was a window into our world, a mirror into our times. So I mean, the same thing happened when I made Faraz. So the judgment comes much before the case is heard. That is the problem. Like Faraz also, that was the thing. I was making a statement about majoritarianism, not about a religion. I was using a real event, and I made the film in Hindi without bereft of any accent. It can happen anywhere. The people can be of any religion. But I used that event to make a comment on majoritarianism. Some people got it, some did not. After Omerta, I said, you get it, you don't get it.
Yeah, and in fact, one of the best moments, and I feel in the film, I think so. There are two, which also are a larger commentary on the larger bigotry in the country. Is firstly when the police guy stops Omar, and you see that he's suspicious because he thinks he's a Muslim.
Exactly, and that, I mean, makes you angry.
Yeah.
That scene. So you see, Raj,
even Omar is angry.
you
like
look
to
at him,
put-
he's just glaring at him. That glare
Yeah.
is so, I mean, and why not?
Yeah.
So again, that scene happened there. You know, we wanted to, how do I create that tension without
Yeah,
having him say? He just says, "क्या रे, तू दिखता तो
yeah,
तू मुल्ले जैसा दिखता है." You know,
Yeah.
so derogatory.
yeah.
कि लुक तो मुल्ले जैसा है. He says what?
What have yeah, yeah.
कि गलत है क्या?
Yeah.
मुल्ले जैसा दिखना गलत है.
Yeah.
He just looks at him once,
Yeah.
and they both glare at each other.
Yeah.
He goes away. That guy says, "इसका number note कर देना."
Yeah, why?
You know, so it's like a very loaded, it's a loaded moment. So
Yeah. It is a lot.
it says a lot. So
Yeah.
you know, that is who I am as a filmmaker.
Yeah.
कि if I can say a lot without saying much,
The job is done.
I think I'm that filmmaker. I don't like spelling out. There are times when I'm forced to do that. You know,
Yeah, yeah.
people, the expectations from the kind of
Yeah.
films people want you to make,
Yeah, yeah,
where exposition is seen as character building. I'm forced to do that. I do that, but I try. I find more power in what is not spoken. Like Aligarh, the entire story is told in one song that Manoj Bajpayee
Yeah,
listens to.
sings, yeah.
You know, आपकी नज़रों ने समझा. The entire story is there without him saying anything.
yeah,
You know,
Yeah.
he doesn't need to talk about himself
Yeah.
anymore.
Yeah.
So you need to find characters in those silences.
yeah, 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 yeah. And lastly, do you think a film like this can be made in today's time, even though it was difficult back then? But
It's always easy, always difficult. It was so difficult then.
Yeah.
I mean, the first person who, the producer saw the film 2 nights before, and he went completely berserk. He said, "कि you know, you have कि तुमने मुस्लिम को टेररिस्ट बुलाया." I said, "यार, come on, don't look at it so one-dimensionally." He was the first one. He said, "अभी मैं क्या जवाब दूंगा अल्लाह ताला को?" And you know, those kind of things. He went into that tirade against me. So he left the country a day before the release and disappeared. I mean, did not even pay the VPN fee, VPF, the virtual print fees to the theatres. So I started getting calls on Saturday. The film started going off the theatres Saturday onwards because he said that we have not received the money from the distributor for the exhibition. So from some already there were 300 screens, it went into some 10 screens by Sunday, and idiots, jerks like that Kamal R Khan and all started saying कि कोई देखने नहीं आ रहा है. The producer had actually not paid the fees to the exhibitors. So by Monday the film was out
yeah,
because they were not paid. It just disappeared.
yeah,
So I mean, the film cost me a few friends, you know, friends from Pakistan
yeah,
who I saw as really liberal voices
yeah,
from Pakistan. They stopped talking to me. It's been years. So they saw the film at TIFF. It's been years. We have conversations. We meet very fondly, but there's constantly this tension, and we always talk about it. He says, "Why did you make that film?" So yeah, maybe there are times when I also question myself, is it the kind of film I should have made in this environment? I also ask myself.
okay,
But then when I see it as a film, I say this is the kind of film
yeah,
I will make again and again.
yeah, yeah, yeah. No, it's a film that I keep going back to, and the other moment that I was talking about is actually in the jail with Cable, and when Rajkummar asks the lawyer, "Are you happy in India?" and he says very much,
Yeah.
and that again says,
And again says so much.
Yeah.
You know, that talks about, you know, once upon a time, you ask a Muslim how you feel in India, he says very happy.
yeah,
You know, slowly, I mean that, so it's a comment.
yeah,
इतना कह के मैंने छोड़ दिया था.
yeah,
And that guy just looks at him and is very happy. I mean, I've never met that actor again.
Oh,
The guy who plays that, he was so good.
Yeah.
So this is Mukesh Chabra. I mean, he cast people who I have never seen again.
Yeah.
You know, they were almost people that he picked up from Delhi, from Punjab. We just got them, and so not in this film. It was Shahid.
Okay.
So Suvinder Vicky
Yeah.
was in Shahid.
Yeah, I've seen him. Yeah. Yeah. But thank you so much for doing it, and I
Thank you
really
very much.
hope that you keep making films like these and nobody stops.
Really?
Yeah, because those are such.
I just
interesting
hope
watches.
people watch them, so I'm able to. So you start pushing the boundaries, and you keep pushing them if you are able to do that. You know?
Yeah.
So we are constantly, our filmmaking is about taking 3 steps forward and 4 steps backwards. So that those 4 steps backwards, I take 2 steps backwards.
Yeah.
You know, I don't take 4. So I try to, but I don't like those 2 steps backward. I should be going 3 steps forward.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, so it's that. Well, that's, we live in that world and we
Yeah.
learn.
Yeah. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you so
Thank
much
you.
for doing it.
Thank you.
Thank you.